Hey everybody, it's time to revisit that fateful night in April 1912 for the sinking of the Titanic. No, this isn't the 1997 film, it's the black and white 1953 version, starring Clifton Webb, Barbara Stanwyck, and Audrey Dalton. Well, since we all have enough of an idea about the sinking of the Titanic, I'll keep my story comments to the Sturgis family, which is what this movie focuses on. Julia Sturgis, Barbara Stanwyck, gets on the ship with her children, Annette, Audrey Dalton, and Norman, Harper Carter. She is trying to get away from her society-climbing husband, Richard, Clifton Webb, so she can go back to America and raise her children to not be snobs. However, Richard finds out and gets on the ship by buying a ticket from another passenger. He finds Julia, but she is determined to go on with her plan. The kids are another matter, since she hadn't told them her plan, and her daughter decides she will return with her father. Now, as they fight, it is discovered that Norman is not Richard's son, but the result of a brief moment of infidelity for Julia, which results in Richard pushing himself away from his son. Now, of course, everything changes when the ship hits that infamous iceberg. Now, I am mainly coming off my first viewing of this movie, but I did enjoy it. I mainly saw it because of actress Barbara Stanwyck. I've only seen a few of her movies so far, but I've liked her in all the ones that I have seen, so I thought it was worth trying out. I certainly enjoyed her performance in this movie, and it seems she has received a lot of praise for it, especially for the sequences when they were loading the women and children on the boats. Apparently, when they filmed it, it really hit her just what it might have been like for the people who were actually on the ship, as opposed to just reading or hear about it, since the tragedy did occur when she was a little girl herself. Now, it is a little hard to discuss this movie without at least comparing it to the currently better-known film from 1997. Now, the effects here were a lot more practical than the 97 film, as they used small models of the boat. However, it is really difficult to tell, it looks pretty good and relatively realistic, I think. I think that it holds up better here than the CGI that was used in the 97 film, which at this point certainly looks a lot more dated as computer technology continues to improve. And of course, as I said, the 53 version is black and white, but that shouldn't stop people, as the movie itself still looks wonderful, especially in high definition, and I think that the movie, it works. The 53 film version is a lot more family-friendly than the 97 version, and is much shorter too, clocking at 1 hour 38 minutes, which works very much in its advantage. Now, I don't know how accurate it is. Obviously, the Sturgis family itself is fictional, and the unsinkable Molly Brown is here renamed Maud Young, probably due to some issues getting the rights from her estate. And I assume that some things that were discovered when they finally found the ship on the ocean floor back in the 1980s didn't quite make it into this movie, obviously. However, this is the version of the story that I like, and I would recommend it very much to anybody that is curious about it. The movie is available on Blu-ray and DVD from 20th Century Fox for the time being. Thanks for listening, everybody, and keep tuning in for more.